Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Starting things off as usual, the car sitting behind me is the DUGG Masacro. This has been re-added into Grand Theft Auto Online for this week. If you don't have a Masacro, it is one of the best cars that you can get that were removed from the game that have since been added back in. The Masacro is an absolute unit. It looks so good. It's got some pretty decent customization as well, and you should be picking one of these up this week. It is available at the LS Car Meet as one of the test ride vehicles this week. We're going to touch on it a little bit more later, but just know that you should be picking up a Masacro. It's also discounted this week. But anyways, before we get into any of that sort of stuff, we have to talk about how to earn some money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and we do actually have some pretty decent ways. Starting off with the triple money and triple RP adversary mode of the week, we have Judgment Day. Now, on top of this, we also have pretty much anything to do with Halloween themes that is an adversary mode on double money and double RP. So Judgment Day is going to be paying the best out of all the adversary modes, but things like Lost versus Damned, as well as like the missile-based mission Slasher, or any of the Slasher adversary modes themselves. As you can see, these are all double money and double RP as well. We have the Bunker Slasher as well on double money and double RP. We have Condemned double money and double RP as well. We have the Diamond Slasher mission double money and double RP. We also do have double money and double RP on any of the Alien survivals in the game as well, so this is another potential way of earning money for you guys if you're a little bit lower leveled. However, if you're a more established player in GTA, maybe you have some money to spend, you can get double money and double RP on all of your special cargo warehouse sale missions this week. So CEO crates are on double money and double RP. So obviously if you have CEO cargo, if you have the crates, you got to be running that this week and try to make as much money as possible. You already know I'm going to be making a ton of money with this week, so make sure you guys are doing that if you can. Now, if you're a little bit of a lower level, the thing that I would recommend to do the absolute most is the Judgment Day adversary mode that is triple money and triple RP. If you do that enough this week, you should be able to actually purchase yourself a CEO office and a CEO cargo warehouse if you don't have either of them already, which of course should be your goal this week. Now, we do have some discounts this week as well that kind of tie into some of the bonus money. To start things off, under the Dynasty 8 Executive Realty website, it's not actually under here technically, but it is from your CEO office. So CEO office computers, when you enter into them, you will find that CEO cargo warehouses are 40% off for the remainder of this week. So if you don't have any special cargo warehouses, you should be picking some up this week. Now, I would absolutely recommend to only go for large warehouses. However, I know for players that are a little bit newer to the game, budget is going to come into play here. So really, the next thing that matters after the size of the warehouse is the location. Basically, whichever CEO office you have, try to get warehouses that are as close to that CEO office as possible, just to cut down on time in between warehouses and the office. It's going to help you out. I would try to avoid small warehouses at all costs, at least go for a medium probably, but if you can, I would seriously strive for getting a large CEO cargo warehouse this week, guys. Now, if you don't have a CEO office this week, and you're planning on getting one so that you can take advantage of this 40% off on the CEO cargo warehouses, I would recommend Maze Bank West. It is the cheapest. You can simply buy Maze Bank West for $1 million, then go and buy a CEO crate warehouse and then just start filling it and go from there. That would probably be the best way to earn money this week once you have the, probably $2 million for the warehouse as well as the CEO office. So that's the only business discount that we have this week, unfortunately. However, we do have some pretty darn good vehicle discounts this week. Under the two-door section on Legendary, we have the Pegassi Torero XO discounted by 40% off for the remainder of this week. We actually just had a Pegassi Torero discount not that long ago, so I'm kind of surprised to see it back again so soon, but that's cool. Scrolling further down, you'll also find the Pegassi Infernus Classic is discounted by 40% off this week, as well as the Pegassi Reaper. So both of those are discounted by 40% this week. I can't necessarily recommend picking up the Reaper or the Infernus Classic. The Infernus Classic really isn't a very good handling car. It looks really cool in my opinion, but handling wise it is not very good. It's not that fast in a straight line either. I would overall say to avoid it unless you just want it for free mode. Then of course it is a pretty cool vehicle, but if you're planning on using it for sports classic races, I would avoid the Infernus Classic. For the Pegasi Reaper, it is a supercar in GTA Online, but it is a pretty mediocre one at that, and it doesn't have like any customization beyond a couple of spoiler options, and that is it. So the Pegasi Reaper is relatively useless. It's not really a good car to pick up. It's rear wheel drive as well, which means it's very slow off the line. Overall, there's not a whole lot to like about the Reaper, but obviously if you guys are into it, if you want to try it out, you can definitely do that for sure. Just know it's going to be a car that is more suited to free mode, that's for sure. As far as the Torero XO goes, it is a really good supercar. It does have one of the highest top speeds for last gen, so it's pretty good in that regard. It also has all-wheel drive, so the launch is decent. However, the downforce value on this car is completely broken, meaning that it will not receive any sort of a downforce benefit from any of the spoiler options on the car or the active rear spoiler that it comes with. So that is a bit of a bummer. Performance wise in the corners, it's not going to do super good, but at everything else it's actually pretty decent, including customization. There are quite a few things you can do to this vehicle. Heading over to Southern San Andreas Super Autos, you'll find the Meibatsu Monstrosity is discounted by 20% off this week, which is not a super good discount, but the Monstrosity is a pretty good vehicle, and for 20% off, it's not a bad pickup this week. It does have Imani Tech capabilities, which is pretty cool, so if you guys are interested in having a more off-road suited Imani Tech vehicle, the Monstrosity is a good option for you. Under the special category, you'll also find the RC Bandito discounted this week by 40% off, plus all modifications and upgrades to it that you can do once you've purchased it. The RC Bandito is relatively not that great, but if you guys are interested in picking it up, if you've been looking at it for a while, then, well, why not really? So that's all the discounts that we can go over on the websites. Let's head over to the casino, talk about the podium vehicle, and then we're going to head to the LS Car Meet, talk about the prize ride, and then we're going to go to all the dealerships. Alright guys, within the casino, the podium vehicle for the week is the Bravado Greenwood. This is a 4-door Imani Tech muscle car in GTA Online. It's actually pretty good. It is one of the cheapest Imani Tech vehicles in the entire game, if not actually the cheapest Imani Tech vehicle in the game. It is definitely worth trying to win this week in the casino, so definitely give that a shot. Within the LS Car Meet, we have the Pfister Neon available to be won this week, and in order to win this, you're going to have to place top 2 for 3 days in a row, which is a relatively easy challenge. This thing usually goes for about 1.5 mil, so it's a pretty expensive car, so if you can get it for free, it would be good. It is all electric, by the way, so it does have really good acceleration. As far as the vehicles that are available this week, we have the Dubachi Masacro, which is another discounted vehicle. This is 40% off this week, so yet another reason to buy a Masacro, guys. Make sure you're picking one of these up this week. You will not regret it. It is an awesome car. We also have the Albany Alpha available to be purchased this week as well in the LS Car Meet, and the Meibatsu Penumbra. The Alpha is a pretty cool car. It's actually got pretty underrated performance, I would say, so look into it if you guys are interested. Here at Simeon's dealership, we have the Pegasi Infernus Classic that we already talked about. That is discounted by 40%. We have the Reaper, which is 40% off as well, and the Torero, which is also 40% off. We also have the Pegasi Oppressor Mark I available in Simeon's, oddly enough, and we do have another removed vehicle. This is, of course, the Pegasi Monroe, and unfortunately, it does not have any sort of a discount. If you're going to pick up anything in here, I'd either make it the Torero or the Monroe. Both of them are really cool. And at the Luxury Autos dealership, we have yet another couple of removed vehicles. On the left, we have the Pegasi Vaca, which is a removed car. You guys should pick up a Vaca this week for sure. Absolutely OG car. It goes for 240 grand, which is not bad. So definitely look into buying one of those. And on the right here, we have the Pegasi Zaruso. This is one of the faster supercars in the game, and it is discounted by 40% off this week. So if you guys are interested, it is available for 40% off. Definitely come here and try to pick up either one of the two cars, or both if you can afford it. Alright guys, now of course, last but not least, it's time to talk about the time trials. Your RC Bandito time trial for today is Cypress Flats. Your Junk Energy time trial for the day is Mirror Park. Your regular time trial is Galileo Park, and your HSW time trial, I believe, is going to start right near the casino at the gas station here, and it is going to end at Vespucci Beach. Anyway guys, that is it for for what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys found this useful or helpful in any sort of way, a like is of course appreciated, if not dislike. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.